Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes, and today I am going to show you guys some peanut butter cookies that I made. I made these cookies last week, but what I'm going to show you is that when I do make homemade cookies or something, something homemade, I usually double or triple the recipe. And in this case, I roll them out ahead of time and I freeze them into balls. So then they're like break and bake cookies, but in your freezer. It's a time saver, it's a money saver. If you have unexpected guests or anything like that, or maybe you're just feeling like having cookies, you can take them out. You can customize them so that you know what's in them if your family has any allergies. And I just used a basic peanut butter cookie recipe, nothing fancy. Just Googled easy peanut butter recipes and I happen to have all the ingredients and I tripled it. Also, another thing to just say, I didn't have butter. I don't usually keep butter in the house. One, I'm too cheap, and because I am on a weight loss journey, it's too many calories for the plan that I'm on. So I used oil I replaced the butter with oil and they turned out perfectly fine. That's something that you can do if you guys are so inclined. So this is about using what we have. A lot of us are on quarantine. A lot of us are trying to use just what we have. Now this is what I do year round, whether there's stuff going on or not. So I hope you guys enjoy. These are the peanut butter cookies that I'm making. As you can see, I've got all the ingredients in there. And I tripled the ingredients and I'm putting it into this mixer and I will mix it. And then I have a lid that goes over top of this, so you're only dirtying the one dish. And it needs to chill for at least 3 hours. I'm gonna let it chill overnight, and tomorrow when I get home from work, I will roll these out. Now, so there's everything and I gotta get it mixed up. So the benefit here is you're only dirtying one set of dishes, but you're going to get 3 times the, in this case, cookie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit overnight, then I will roll out the cookies, and then the ones I'm going to bake I'll put in the oven, and then the other ones I will put, you can either, I've done it before with chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies, you can roll them into balls and then freeze them in a bag. Or with the peanut butter cookies, what they suggest is that you roll them out and do the fork design across them and let them lay flat like on a cookie sheet and put them in the freezer. And then you can stack them up and then you can cook them as you want. So it's like break and bake cookies, but made from scratch. And then they're good in the freezer. It says for up to 3 months. I don't know that they'll last that long in my freezer. But it's a good way to, it's quick and convenient. You have unexpected company coming over. It's something that your kids can make. It's a great plan ahead dessert. Here is the cookie dough all mixed up, and again this is 3 batches, and this is in my huge KitchenAid mixer bowl. And then this is the lid. It didn't come with it. I actually had to buy it separately, but it makes it, see if I can snap it on with one hand. Sorry guys. Looks like I'm drunk again. As you can see, it fits great. And I did buy this. This is a KitchenAid add-on. But I got this. I bought it separately. So then if you make something in here, then it really is great for like dirtying less dishes. Or in this case, this has to chill anyway. So instead of making it in this bowl and then transferring it into something else. So yeah, so this is going to go in my fridge, and then tomorrow I will roll out these cookies, bake some of them, and get some of them in my freezer. This is the next evening. I just got home from work and I am making some cookies. I borrowed this from my friend. I don't have one. I never actually used one of these cookie things before, but after borrowing hers, I think I'm going to have to get my own. So this is the chilled dough, and these are some cookies that I'm making, and they're just a regular basic peanut butter recipe, and I'm doing the cross with the fork. And these are some cookies that I already made and that are cooling off. And they turned out pretty good. Here are some cookies that are in my freezer. So you can do this, you do it just like you would if you were cooking them in the oven. And then when they get hard, you can take them off of here and then stack them up in a freezer safe container. And then you can bake them in smaller batches and then it's already done. So it's like a break and bake cookie, but it's homemade. And yeah. So I'm just gonna get these into the oven. I'm cooking them at 300 for 15 minutes. That was suggested for a chewier cookie. And they're actually pretty tasty. So I'm gonna go set the timer. And I'm gonna let those cook. And then these are the frozen ones. I just got them out. And then I'm going to put them in a freezer safe dish and I will stack them up and then I will have them for next time I want to bake. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another what I eat in a day video. It's just pretty easy to do and you guys seem to like it and enjoy it. So just keep in mind that I am on a weight loss journey, a wellness journey, but I believe everything in moderation. So I eat sweets, I eat carbs, I eat frozen meals, I eat fast food, I eat fruits, I eat vegetables, all that kind of stuff, everything in moderation, and that's what works for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so those tofurkey sausages were not good. They gave me indigestion, they did not taste good. I'm kind of bummed because I spent a lot of money on them. Not happy about it. But you live and you learn and it's good to try new things. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do not plan on eating those again. So I'm in the process of baking some cookies. I have a video out on my peanut butter cookies and how I mass freeze them and different things. So I did eat a couple of the cookies to try them out and they turned out really good. And I'm going to be taking them to a lunch thing that I've got going on in the next couple of days. And then I've got a tea party this coming weekend. And I'm going to bring some of these cookies to that tea party as well. Okay, so these are the peanut butter cookies. I decided not to flatten them all down just because they were kind of getting crumbly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a container. And you just put them in and then you put them in the freezer and then you pull them out as you want. So I, like I said, tripled this recipe and I actually didn't have butter. I don't usually keep butter on hand. So I just used oil that I had in place of it. And this is just a basic peanut butter cookie recipe, nothing overly fancy or anything like that. I just happen to have all the ingredients. I wanted to make some cookies I wanted some cookies just for myself. I like to do this so that I have them in the freezer. So then you're not tempted to go out, especially during a no spend challenge, and spend money on cookies and sweets. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, sometimes it's just nice to have stuff ready at home. And then I could just make a couple because it's just my husband and I, and he doesn't eat peanut butter cookies, or he's not a big cookie fan or sweets fan. So I don't necessarily need like a whole pack of Oreos. So this is a nice little option. And again, this is a good project for the kids, especially with so many people staying at home right now. Yeah. And then these are some of the cookies all done in their container. And these are for a lunch thing that I'm going to at my parents' house. And then also there's a tea party coming up one weekend that I'm going to be going to. And so then the frozen ones will be, I can take out what I need for the party, for the tea party, and then it's already done. So I make 3 batches and you dirty one set and you get all the work out ahead of time. Here they are all ready to go. I actually got this container from the dumpster too a while back. And then we're just gonna put it in the freezer. And I got some other stuff I need to put back because I took them out to make room for the cookie sheet that I used. And there you go. Then you've got frozen break and bake cookies. These are the cookies all done, at least the ones that I baked. And I got this tin from a friend. Her family, her extended family lives in North Carolina, and at Christmas time, her brother sent her these sugar cookies. They're extremely thin, and also some ginger cookies. And me being resourceful, I saved the tins. I really liked it. The one was green, and the other one is red, and red and green happen to be my favorite colors. Not for Christmas, just I like them. So I'm bringing it back old school to back in the day when this is what people did. They kept tins and brought desserts and treats over to people. So yeah, so I think this will be really nice. Okay guys, so that was a video on my frugal cookies and my time saving. So I'm not inventing the wheel here. You know, making cookies from scratch a lot of times is cheaper, especially if you're doing it in mass quantities, than just buying, like I said, a pack of cookies. The cookies at the Aldi's are really great prices. But for me personally, I don't need access to an entire thing of cookies that are just sitting out on my shelf versus like these are in my freezer. Well, the ones that are in the tin are for an event and I will take them and then other people will eat them. And the ones in my freezer are for me like, hey, I'd really like a sweet treat. And instead of going to Chick-fil-A and getting a cookie or going to McDonald's and getting a sundae, I can put a couple of cookies in the oven and I've got a treat. And it's about saving money and it's about knowing the ingredients that's actually in your food. And I've done this before with chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies, and they turn out great. And it's a really nice thing to have in your freezer, especially like if you've got a bunch of kids at home, or maybe you're a grandparent or whatever it be, and you have kids coming over sometimes, then you can just pop those in. Or if somebody really cute moved in across the street and you want to get to know them, you've got cookies ready in, 15 minutes and you can go meet the new cute neighbor. I mean, tons of ideas for these. Also with the peanut butter cookies, I grew up with my mom putting a Hershey Kiss in the middle, and those are some of my favorite cookies. I actually just didn't have any Hershey Kisses. I try to not keep them in the house or I will devour them all. So there's lots of options here. And like I said, this is just a basic peanut butter cookie recipe, but I wanted to show you guys how I do it, how I bake. Yeah. So please consider subscribing to my channel. If you didn't know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. I post pictures of hauls up there first. Please, with everything that's going on, please take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. Be kind to each other, show kindness, show generosity. Bring some cookies over to the neighbor. You don't have to touch your neighbor. You could just hand them a throwaway plate with some cookies on it. I bet they would love that. And if you did not know, there is an article about me in dumpster diving. I have a video on that, so if you want to get the link. Also, if you just Google dumpster diving Mercedes, you'll see it. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, bye.